Everybody has a story that's grown up in this community that somehow comes back to Jones Hardware. I guess there's a little piece of it in everybody. I would like to think.
I mean, it's always been a part of our life since we were born. You know, it's always been something. The hardware store. We go to the hardware store. All my childhood memories are basically centered right here.
My grandfather had started the hardware store in 1929, April 15th, during the height of the crash, the Depression. We know that the Jones Hardware building here was built in 1818, the initial room. It was a 1.5 story, 1 room building built in 1818. Added on, added on, added on. The last thing added on here was the section of the store behind me was built in 1953. Did about a year in a business college, and my dad got sick, so I came home to work in the store while he recovered. He had a relapse, and 43 years later, here I am. So, been here pretty much all my life. You know. This is the good thing about a hardware store. You get to sit around all day and just drink coffee. Simple as that. Once in a while, we get annoyed by a customer that comes in and bothers us, and we got to get off the seats or something like that. And yeah, just a little bit of Sambuca in the coffee to take the edge off the day. That's all. You know, my son Jeffrey always joked about it being the second town hall.
There's a handful of guys that all they do is just come in and hang out for advice, to vent. You know, he's like my old man's somewhat of a therapist, I guess, for a lot of people.
The one guy this morning, he's standing out here. Well, I told my wife I just got a new job. And she's like, what's that? He said, I got to go open up Jones Hardware because he's been helping me for the last couple of weeks. She said, what's he pay? Well, nothing, but, you know, it's a good experience.
He's a big BSer, so, you know, you can't believe half the stuff he says sometimes.
You know, Robbie Jones, a handsome devil. How's that?
I remember being chased around by a rooster, a pretty aggressive rooster in the backyard as a kid. You know, having your family business attached to your home, you know, right in the center of town, you know, old business, was pretty interesting. Basically, right now we're in Jones Hardware, and this is the extent of my commute. I'm done for the day. Locked up the register, locked the back door, pull the light out usually, walk about 6 or 8 feet, and I'm into the Jones homestead. This is where you are connected, so that's my commute. This is the original ledger from Jones Hardware, opening up 1929. This is all, you know, every single sale was recorded by hand. Here's Alfred Gillen, who actually owned the store before my family took it over. Yeah, this is a picture of my grandfather, our great-grandfather. And Grandpa Jones only had one leg. He lost it at 9 years old. I still have his crutch, his True Temper shovel handle with a knot of wood on it. That was his crutch. Basically, you know, the business has just gone, you know, the big box stores have, I got a Home Depot, a Lowe's, Walmart, Target, all within 2 miles. And I'm kind of a afterthought now. People come to me after they've been to Home Depot and Lowe's and they don't have it.
The business has changed tenfold from when I was a kid and from when he was a kid, you know, with all the big box stores and everything up the road. And
The last 4 years, my business is off about 34%, but my expenses have doubled. It's just the nature of the times, I guess.
The store's going?
The reason the store's closed is not something I really would talk to my dad too much about. It's his business. It's going to be his retirement. It's just kind of the shift in our society. And, you know, he said it to me as a kid growing up, this is not something that's going to be able to sustain all the males in our family. You know, I know a lot of people will be upset that it's, you know, going to be gone, but it's just times have changed.
Well, I know Jonesy a long time. I know his dad. I know Jonesy. His dad was a great guy, great in-town store. Prices, try to keep up with the competition. Personal service, just a great guy.
What else, young man? How bad?
What's the deal here? You leaving us?
I'm leaving. Done.
When?
Finished.
When?
Decided I don't want to work for a living anymore. You know, I feel bad about closing it down, but I've been here full-time 42 years. I'm here 6 days a week. The last 27 years is 6 days a week. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. My kids, my son-in-law, all give me a hand when they can. You know, help out the family, helps out quite a bit. You know, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss the people, the guys. Not going to miss the long hours.
It's tough. It definitely, I couldn't imagine being without it, growing up and stuff. It's tough to see it go, I would say.
A lot of who I am is from growing up here. I had a very unique experience, you know, me and my brother and my sister, and I think having this business, you know, shaped a lot of who we became today and what we wanted to do with our lives. You know, they put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it, and my grandfather, you know, worked till the day he died, and it's just, I don't want to see my parents do that, you know, and they didn't want to see, you know, my brother and I do that, so it's run its course.
Next for me, you know, my daughter asked my son-in-law, you know, what do you think's going to happen? And Tim says, Kerry, your dad changes his mind every day. Your dad doesn't even know it's going to happen. And things change all the time for what we're going to do. My main goal is spend some time with the family. You know, my granddaughter Kyla was here today. She's 5 years old and she knows how to make change in the register. But, you know, but I saw, you know, she took her pay with her too, so.
Wheelbarrow?
Uh-oh, it's dirty. You are so lucky. You are so lucky it's dirty. I just like to think that I've made a lot of difference in the town with all my community service and, you know, working, helping people.
You're a Jones. It's Jones Hardware. It's a feel of the place and the whole, you know, the history, and it's just a neat place.